Sherman, help! Help! What do I do when I'm discouraged? You wouldn't be laughing if that's what you were saying. So let's go back. Let's try that again. Dear Sherman, what do I do when I'm discouraged? Please help. Regards. Coming up in this video. I don't even know what that was. What a weird intro. Hello, heroes. It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology, helping you find your true character and level it up so you can play life better. In this video, we're talking about discouragement, what it means to be discouraged, and how you can work with it and overcome it, if that's the metaphor you want to use. So I understand what it's like, because I do go through this quite often, and I'm talking to myself in this video as well. Okay, this is something that comes up, and you got to deal with it, and then eventually you just get better and better at it, and it lessens the grapple hold on you. Okay, because when you're discouraged, you feel like you can't do anything. You just like everything is just too big. Like I can't do this thing. I can't get to the life that I want to live. And it sucks. And you feel down, you feel depressed, you feel like this heavy weight is on you a lot of times. That's how it comes out for me. And it also, another way it comes out for me is a feeling of like too many possibilities. And this is possibly an NP thing, but it comes out like I don't know which one to take. And because of that, I feel discouraged, right? Because there are so many options. How could I possibly choose the right one? But in a more standardized way, it's like, yeah, you have this big weight on you and you don't know where you're able to go with it, right? You have this goal, you want to go over here, but it's just like each step forward is grueling and painful and exhausting. And when you're not discouraged, when you got that confidence, you're just like, I can do anything. I can do everything that I want to. And none of this is an issue. None of it's a problem. Like, I got all the skills. I got all the resources within me. And that is an amazing feeling. Right there, that is sweet. Like, you can do anything. So let's break it down. Let's talk about what discouragement is in a more technical sense, I suppose. And then let's go through some tips and tricks and techniques to get past it, to take care of it. Okay? So discouraged is having a lost sense of enthusiasm and confidence. You feel disheartened, right? You're like, I can't do this. It's above what I can do. It's above my level, right? It's that boss with the skull icon. You're like, I don't even know what level that is. I don't even know how to approach that thing. Like you come in with like the sword and board, like actual board. It's crappy, right? That's how it feels, right? You're so discouraged about it. You just don't have this confidence. And so the first thing to realize is that it is a state. It's the condition of a thing at a specific time. And in this case, it's the condition of you within your mind, right? It's not saying that you are not capable of doing it. It's saying this is what it's like right now, how you're perceiving it. And so you need to deal with that state. You need to approach it in a different way. You need to look at it in a different way and see that this current state is not the goal state. It's not the goal that I want, right? I'm not aiming for this feeling of not being able to do things and lacking confidence. I'm aiming for this, right? So stop looking at this. Stop looking at your gear right now. It's broken in half and you're just like, well, this is my gear. I can't do anything about it. No, you're like, well, I gotta fix this thing. This sucks. This is not gonna get me to where I want to go. This is not gonna get me to slay the dragon, right? So you gotta fix it. You gotta deal with your internal state. And in terms of skills, getting skills, it helps, right? If you feel that you can't speak a language and you're discouraged about learning Japanese, for example, well, study it, put more time into it, and go use it. Right? There are ways of approaching that, right? That will give you more confidence based on how much feedback and engagement you get with it. So once again, you are discouraged because you're focusing too much on the current state and status of your gear, for example, of your health, your mana, your stamina, whatever it is, whatever you want to equate that to. You know, even if you want to take out the game stuff, you're looking at your life right now and you're like, I suck. And that sucks, right? I understand. But you're not looking at the goal in a tactical, strategic way. And it's harder for some people. I understand that too. It's hard for me to do too. But you're seeing you. You're focusing it all on you and where you are right now. So you need to add other things to it. You need to add more motivation. How do you get more motivation? Bring other people into the picture. I got to do this for my family. I got to do this for my mom. I got to do this for my child. I got to do this for my friends. I got to do this for the world. If I want to make an impact on the world and change things and make it a better place for everybody to live, then I need to step up my game, right? And use that as fuel. Don't use that as more weight and more reasons to not do it. Use it as that fuel that's going to give you the energy to keep going, right? And if you're like, well, I don't have the skills to do this, well, gain the skills. Put in the time, put in the energy, put in the effort to do it. And you will feel more confident. And that will change your state. That will directly impact, you know, how well you feel that you can do things. Your self-efficacy. And it's like, if you, okay, you see a dragon. How do you kill a dragon? One attack at a time. You don't plan on just downing it in one shot. It's not going to take one fireball. It's not going to take one slash. But those chunks that you're taking out of that dragon, are going to be the way that you are going to gain confidence and feel more encouraged about what you're doing. Right now, let's get into 3 techniques, 3 tips, 3 mindsets that you can bring in to feel more encouraged and get to where you want to be. Okay, the first one is the chunks are too big. So just like talking about that dragon, how are you going to slay a dragon? You don't think I need to destroy this whole dragon in one hit. It's not going to work like that, man. You know, you got to take off the scale and then you got to attack where the scale is not there in the weak spot, okay? That's going to give you more leverage, but it's still a process. It's just those steps to get there, okay? So if you're like, I can't do this, well, what can you do? What's something that you can do today to gain a little bit of momentum? Because momentum is going to keep you, it's going to keep you going. Of course, just like the word, but it's going to give you more confidence about what you can do, and that's going to fuel into it again and again and again. Take that big goal, break it down into as many smaller goals as you can, get really TE on it, get like that strategic commander, break it down. What do we need to do? What are the resources we have here? Who knows how to do this? Who can I delegate this out to? Whatever it is, you know, who's the one that's already done this before that can tell me how to do this faster? So do that, break it down, and then just go with that one thing. What can you do today to gain a little bit of momentum? Number 2, appreciate all the wins. Any win that you have or that you have had towards this goal, towards improving your life, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, appreciate the steps that you've taken. Appreciate the changes that you've done. Like, I scheduled a coaching call. Wow, like that is amazing. That's something that a lot of people do not do. I read a book. I committed myself to reading, 3 books a month, whatever it is. Like, that's the stuff that's going to give you that momentum and get you going and make you feel like you have the power and the energy and the conviction to keep going towards your goal. right? And the things that you do throughout the day. I woke up at 6:30 today. Whoo, good. It might not be amazing for everybody, but if that's something that you don't do and you did it intentionally, with intention, then appreciate that. Like, I'm doing things that most people don't do. All of this stuff is stuff that most people just don't do, right? They just live their lives as NPCs, just going through the same stuff every day. Groundhog's Day, just going over, oh, a new adventure, oh, a new adventure, oh, a new adventure, whatever it is. And they don't think about it. They don't contemplate. They don't try to figure out how they can be better. Right? So if you've done any of that, appreciate that. Bring it in. Like, write it in a journal. That's what I do. And just say, this is something that I did today. Good for me. And the last one, related to that second one, is look back to where you've come from. Look at you when you were a level 1 adventurer. You know, what has changed up to now? You know, I was afraid of leaving my house. I turned down the Spain high school trip. Right? I really wanted to go to Spain. I love Spanish, everything. And I turned it down because I was afraid of leaving, and it would have been a great opportunity. But now, I live in Japan. I've been here for like 12 years. Like, that is a massive win. That's something that I've accomplished in my life that before I couldn't do. That's going to build that state of confidence, right? That you can layer on top of discouragement and eventually kind of break it up. The one thing that I want you to know, one thing I want you to remember, is that you are going through this one level at a time. And within that, there's one attack at a time, one stage at a time, one step at a time, whatever it is, right? There are translations and then transitions and transformations, right? They get bigger and bigger and bigger, but you need to run through the Mario level before you can defeat Bowser, right? Before you can get to the end, you need to go through all the Goombas and everything else. It's just how it is, you know, and then you get more power, you level up. So just keep that in mind when you feel discouraged, that this is just another step in the process, right? Go shake it off, think of something good, do something that makes you feel good, and break down your goal, appreciate the wins, and look back to, you know, from where you've come and how you are now. So if this was helpful, please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Give it to somebody that you think it would help, somebody that's not feeling too encouraged in their life right now. And also let me know down below what has helped you, what's been a beneficial thing for you, and what helped you just through listening to this video. Is there something I said that really resonated? Because I want to know. That helps me. All right. So keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck. Have fun. Peace.